This one credit card, hands down, has the best rewards in my opinion. Brian Clark here, and today you're getting 7 of the best credit cards for beginners in 2021. Starting with number 1, the first credit card you should consider is the Capital One Quicksilver credit card. This was actually one of my first credit cards, and I still use it all the time. This one is great because it has no annual fee, which is super important for when you're first starting out, and I'll explain why a little later. It also doesn't have international fees, so it's great for travelers. Even if you don't travel all that often, so many people forget which cards have additional fees internationally and can come home owing a small fortune to these credit card companies. So it's nice to know that by owning and using this card, you can avoid that. In terms of rewards, this card gives you 1.5% cash back every day with any purchase. I love the simplicity of this card's rewards program and how easy it is to use the online interface with Capital One. You can even have it so they automatically apply your cash back on your online bill, so you can essentially receive the rewards on autopilot. Also, this card gives you a $200 bonus just for signing up and spending $500 within the first few months, which is awesome. Who doesn't like free money? There's also a starting interest rate of 0% for the first 15 months, which is essentially more free money. This is a card I have that I intend on keeping forever, so hopefully it works out well for you too. The next card on our list is the Discover It Secured Credit Card. This is one of the best credit cards for someone who's never had a credit card before. Because it's a secured credit card, it's designed for someone who essentially has zero credit history. So you have an idea how it works. With a secured credit card, you put down a money deposit, and whatever amount that is, the credit card company will extend an equal amount of money as a line of credit on the card. So if you deposit $800, they will extend an $800 credit limit on the card. As you pay off the card's balance on time every month, you're able to build up your credit history. And this is great because it's going to help you qualify for other credit cards and larger lines of credit. Also, keep in mind that your deposit is refundable, so I don't want you to worry about that. The Discover It card has no annual fee, which will be a recurring theme of all the beginning credit cards we will be talking about. And it has some surprisingly good rewards. As starters, you get 2% cash back at gas stations and restaurants for the first $1,000 spent each quarter, and an additional 1% cash back on all other purchases. As an additional bonus, they do an unlimited match and cashback bonus at the end of the first year, which I think is just awesome. If you're wanting to hear the best credit cards for beginners with the best rewards, like mega rewards, smash that like button. Just turning that like button blue may or may not help your credit score at Credit Karma, but it's definitely worth a shot. Thanks for getting that out of the way. The next credit card you should consider is the Pedal to Visa card. This card also doesn't have an annual fee, which means you can keep it forever for the purpose of maintaining a long-standing credit line history. There are no fees, including 0 international fees with this card, which is definitely a bonus. You'll get 1% cash back right away for any purchase you make. That increases up to 1.5% if you pay your bill on time. I personally like that they give you an additional cash incentive for paying off your credit card each month. They also offer an additional 2 to 10% cash back at different select merchants. You can find existing offers for this near your location by using their app. The next card I have to recommend is the Citi Double Cash card. This is one of my favorite new credit cards. It has no annual fee like the previous cards, but it also has a reward structure that's one of my favorites. I like simple rewards because I don't have time to be tracking and moving around points all day. That was the reason that I like the Capital One Quicksilver, but the Citi Double Cash has surpassed it. With Citi Double Cash, you get 2% cash back rewards on all purchases. 1% when you make the purchase and 1% when you pay off that purchase. 2% cash back on everything without ever thinking is my kind of card. Also, this is one of the few cards that offers a reward with balanced transfers. They give you a 0% interest rate on balance transfers for the first 18 months with this card. This is a great deal if you have some racked up debt on another card where you're paying some heavy interest. This is really the card for the person who feels they already have too much to think about day to day and they don't have time to be cutting out coupons. The rewards just work. Now, the next 2 cards I'll be talking about are with Chase. While these require a little more credit history to be accepted, What I like about them is you can move around reward points with their more advanced cards that get you a ton of extra rewards. The first of these being the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Like the other cards, this one has no annual fees. This card allows you to earn 5% rewards on travel purchase through Chase, 3% on dining in drugstores, and 1.5% on all other purchases. This is the first card we've talked about that offers some really impressive rewards on specific categories or purchases. I have used their online system for purchasing plane tickets before, so I want you to know the reward system works and the prices aren't bad. This card also has an intro bonus of $200 if you spend $500 on the card within the first 3 months. And it gives you a starting interest rate of 0% for your first 15 months. The other card I want to recommend is the Chase Freedom Flex. This card also has no annual fee and offers a ton of rewards. This one shares some of the same rewards as the Chase Freedom Unlimited, being a 5% rewards on travel purchases through Chase and 3% on dining in drugstores. The difference is it only gives you 1% on all other purchases. Fortunately, they make up for this with an additional 5% on rotating bonus categories on up to $1,500 in combined purchases per quarter. This card also has the $200 cash bonus if you spend $500 in the first 3 months and a starting interest rate of 0% for the first 15 months. You can see there's a lot of similarities between both the Chase Freedom Unlimited and the Chase Freedom Flex card. I personally prefer consistent rewards on cards like those offered with the Freedom Unlimited. The next credit card is a popular one for people just building their credit. It's the Bank of America Cash Rewards credit card. Like the others discussed, it has no annual fees and offers a surprising number of rewards. With this one, you get 3% cash back on up to $2,500 in purchases from a category that you choose every quarter. You'll also earn an extra 2% cash back on up to $25 in purchases from grocery stores and wholesale clubs. And it doesn't end there. You'll earn an extra 1% on all other purchases. There's also a $200 cash back bonus if you spend more than $1,000 on the card in the first 90 days. They also offer an interest rate of 0% for both purchases and balance transfers for the first 12 billing cycles. I'm not sure you noticed that all these cards have no annual fee, and I recommend that your first couple of credit cards have no annual fee for a very good reason. You want to have a long history with a single credit line because this is one of the influencing factors to your credit score. Since this will be one of your earliest lines of credit, you'll essentially want to keep it forever. If you initially sign up for a credit card with an annual fee, you'll be stuck paying that annual fee forever if you want to keep it as your oldest credit line. This really doesn't make sense for anyone just starting their credit journey. Even the good cards with an annual fee usually require a decent credit history to be accepted. And the introductory cards with no annual fee actually have some pretty great rewards programs. It's honestly that way because they want to get you using their credit cards and online platform. If they can get a new card user early by extending them a small amount of credit, that means more profit for them in the future. Now, if you're just starting your credit journey, I definitely recommend trying to get a few of these cards. The fastest way to increase your credit line total is by getting several credit cards. Most of these cards will only extend a low credit line for a few $1,000s to start. After you've paid your bill on time for several months, you can ask them to increase your line of credit. Having a credit card is a great tool to have, but you need to make sure you're able to pay off any balance before you start using it. When you first get a credit card, the first thing you should do is log into their website and link your bank account. Make sure you know how to navigate their system and how to pay off the credit card balance. Simply by being familiar with their system and knowing how to pay off the credit card in advance, you're much more likely to make your initial payments on time. Even just a few missed payments early on can dramatically hurt your credit score for years. Since on-time payments is the most important part of your credit score, you really need to take this part seriously. The online payment systems have improved dramatically from when I first got my first credit card. It's hard to believe that at one point, most people paid their credit cards by mail. It's just insane how much technology has improved our lives in just a couple decades. I honestly believe this is the reason that people's general credit score has improved over time. It has become increasingly easier to pay online or set up auto pay for most credit cards and to pay other other lenders. Now, there are other reasons for getting these credit cards besides the rewards. The rewards are great, without question, and the rewards alone are enough reason to get the credit card early on. As an example, one of my friends always offers to pick up the check whenever we go out as a group to a restaurant, and then we all have to Venmo him just so he can get the reward points. It's actually a pretty smart thing if you think about it. Just by doing that, he probably gets an extra free flight or two a year. But the most important reason is a good credit score can literally save you tens of thousands of dollars in interest when you buy a house. I'm talking in the realm of $50,000 to $100,000 over a 30-year mortgage, maybe even more. And I'll include a link up above here on my video about the value of buying a house versus renting. The interest you pay over a 30-year term is a big part of that. Remember that if you're needing to decide whether to pay your credit card or cell phone bill on time, consider which one is going to actually report you to the credit bureau sooner. Now, if you're wanting a video on how to use different credit cards together to massively increase your reward points, let me know in the comments section. I try and create content around what you guys want, so feel free to start a dialogue. I'm not just a talking head here, I'm actually a real person, so I do try and reply to your comments. I have another video I made about how to increase your credit score. It's actually my most viewed video to date. Feel free to check that one out. If you found some original value to this video, smash that like button. If you haven't yet, become an OG and join the family by clicking subscribe. And you guys have a good day.